Let's use Gadget as a sequencer and send MIDI out 16 channels. I already have a song made, and what I'm going to do is send those 16 channels to AUM and use the AUv3 version of the Gadget. So we could add VS, or not VS, we could add audio units as effects to it. So what I'm going to do first here is it's sped up, if you don't know why it's moving so fast. I'm opening up an old song, so it was called Korg Gadget 3.3, and then I saved it as a new song, and then that way I don't mess up the old song, and I'm just changing out each of the gadgets to Taipei, and then what I'll do is, you'll see here in a minute, I'll select AUM as the output, and then each individual MIDI channel, 1 through 16, there's 16 gadgets here, and then we'll go into AUM, and we will add 16 audio tracks, which we're doing now, and then search Korg, and then add that, we'll add that, there's some background noise here that recorded, I didn't notice that. Anyway, so we're going to add each individual gadget here, and then we'll change the MIDI channel in AUM as well. We're going to filter out, so all you have to do is filter all, so turn them all off, and then just select the one you want. That's the easiest way to do it. And then I'm going to make a bus, a mix bus from each of those where it says headphone output. I'm going to switch that to a mix bus to A, and then have that channel come from the mix bus A into a single channel strip. So it's going to be the output to headphones, and that will be through Cloud Reverb. So I'm going to use an AUv3 there, and then I can swap it out to whatever I want. I can use Mixbox, whatever. That would be the whole song, all 16 tracks, and then I could go in and add individual audio unit effects to each line, each channel strip. What do you call these things? Each track. So each of the 16 MIDI tracks that turned into audio in AUM, and I'll run it through effects. So in this video, I'm just going to show the setup. It's all going to be sped up, and then hit play a few times so you can see it working, and I'll make a couple quick few adjustments there because I didn't use the same exact gadgets. I couldn't remember them, to be honest with you, and just want to make sure I use Sydney on the sampler so it would be the same samples played. And then the first 4 gadgets were all like drum related, like London, Bilbao, Recife, however you say it. I always forget how to say that, and Sydney. And then the other ones were all synths or noise related. So I just, went in and changed the synths. You can see I'm filtering out now. So you hit none of these, and then the number, none of these, number, quickest way. And filters out just that channel then. So when you go in solo, it's just going to play that. Well, you don't have to solo. It'll play just that MIDI channel to that corresponding audio channel in AUM. And then the other thing you want to do is hit the matrix at some point. I don't know if I already showed that in here. I was distracted a little bit, but you hit the little S symbol, the matrixy symbol at the top in AUM, and you just make sure Gadget is sending to AUM on all the channels. And this kind of does it too, but I like to just put it in the matrix as well. And we're going to have audio here in a minute. So right now I'm just going through and changing all the channels. And what I would recommend doing is then saving I'm going to save this ugly flight one. You see the title up there, the auto-generated title. I'm going to save that in as a new Korg Gadget file. And then I'll clear everything out, like all the song structure, the notes, all that stuff, and just start with a brand new output. And then that way when I make a new song, when I want to use the AUv3s, it'll be set up. So I'll do the same thing in AUM. I'll set it up with all those gadgets in there already, and I can just swap out the gadget as well if I wanted to. But all the MIDI data, all this time-consuming stuff that's going on right now would already be saved, so I could start from scratch. And mind you, this is just double time, so it's not like it takes forever to do it. Some of it's just user error as well, like tapping on the screen too much, whatever. Anyway, we're about to get some sounds here, so I'm going to peace out here on the talking, and we're just going to try things out, and that's pretty much the rest of it. We'll be showing the audio here. Here we go. All right. There you go. So just coming back to say thanks for watching, and what I finish up here is just adding the mix bus we talked about earlier, and then I'm gonna have it go through Cloud Reverb just to show going through an effect. Like I said, I'll probably use Mixbox in the end. I think I called it Mixbus earlier. It's called Mixbox by IK Multimedia, so that's what I'm probably going to use in the end. And then I'll probably put individual things on these gadgets like a repeater or a delay, maybe distortion, who knows. But I could add all that in, a different project as well. So I just wanted to kind of set this up and show you the process. And thanks again for watching. Here we go.